So one of the biggest questions that I get asked on Instagram is how we clean our finds. Now, I'm going to show you today an example of cleaning up our finds, and what I've got here is a badge that I found literally a couple of days ago, which is a World War I and World War II pressed metal British Army Gloucestershire Regiment Egypt badge. Now, as you can see, it's got that sort of brown patina on it. It's been in the ground for a long time, and it's got that discoloration that you need to take off and bring back up to shine. So I'll show you how I'll do that today. Now, just speaking about the equipment that we're going to use, the first thing we're going to use is a composite cleaning pencil. Now, you can get these on many auction sites such as eBay, etc. They're a few pounds. It's just a retractable pencil essentially with one of these composite cleaning tips in. And this would just take off the crud off the top, just to remove that slightly, which will then make way to bring in for the clean solution. Now, we used pink stuff. This is a very strong household cleaner, and it's not to be used on really precious finds or precious metals because it will damage it. This is very good for something like this, which is robust, which is a strong base metal, and it won't do any damage to that and will work fine. These again you can get from any household cleaning shop for a couple of pounds, Home Bargains, The Range, etc. We'll use a standard home DIY brush. Again, you can get a pack of these for a couple of pounds off of eBay. You can get different types, copper brushes, etc., which may help on some finds. So what we're going to do is we'll make a start. First of all, we're just going to use the composite cleaning pencil to take off this layer. And as you can see going over it, it just brings off that patina on the top. So the first thing to do is just go over the whole of this badge. And then what we're going to do is at the end, brush off what's come off, and then from there we'll go on to using the pink stuff. And you can see as you go over it, that crud that's on the surface starts to come off, flake off, and you can see it already coming onto the towel underneath. Good thing about the pencil is where you've got the detail across the badge, you can get into those grooves. There's other equipment that you can use, other cleaning pencils that'll be advertised, and they've got different edges on. You can help getting into some of the nooks and crannies. Some of it is quite difficult, and this is quite a particularly difficult badge because of the detailing on it. So it's just trying to remove as much of this as you can before going on to the pink stuff. I suggest you're probably going to want to spend 10-15 minutes tops, 10 minutes maybe, tops going over this, just to make sure you've done as much as you can. I'm just going to try and do a quick example today, just to show what a quick example can do, what a difference it can make to the quality of your finds and how it can really bring it back to life in such a short period of time. So if I pause on here, and then you can see it once I've gone over with the pencil. Okay, so I spent literally 5 minutes just going over that with the pencil, and you can already see that there's a change in appearance. It's just brought up a little bit of detail. It's got rid of some of the crud off the top, and you can see the amount of residue that's come onto the towel underneath just through doing that for a few minutes. Obviously, the longer you spend on it, the more you'll get off, and the more it'll help the detail once you get onto the later cleaning stages. But this is just a quick example, and that's just a few minutes. So what we'll do is now we move on to the pink stuff, and we'll show you how we use this and this part of the process. And it's literally just getting scoops of it onto the brush and just going over the finds, the artefacts, and just rubbing it in. You can be quite robust. You know, this is pressed metal. You're not going to really do any damage to this item. given the type of material that it is. But what you do want to ensure is when you're doing it, you're actually getting into the detail of the badge, so between all the gaps, which is going to be one of the biggest challenges to actually start cleaning that up. So it's just going to be going around over and over and over several times with the brush and trying to get into as much detail as you possibly can. And then what we do is each time see how your progress is going, and you want to observe where you need to put more concentration to. So my suggestion is once every few minutes you just clean it down with your cloth and just see which areas need that attention to detail. So microfiber cleaning cloths are ideal for this. So straight away you can see there's a huge amount of difference. So just give that a brush down like that, and then we can see where we need to start concentrating. But we can already see that's coming up so much better than what it already was. Really bringing it back to life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that a few more times now. Again, you want to spend probably another 10 to 15 minutes just doing that and getting as much of that detail up as possible. I'll do that and then I'll bring it back on and we'll talk about what we can do at the end. Okay, so we've done several cleans and here's the finish article for now. So this is how it's come up. We'll cover again in a second, just do a recap over what we've done. But you can see the positive results that's had compared to what it was. I mean, when this came out of the ground, this was bent completely around the back. This was misshaped. So I've sort of done a very gentle bending back, and it's not perfect, but you know, it's very old and you don't want to play with it too much, but you want it to be recognisable and you want it to be saved, and just some gentle manipulation back into place. But you can see there's the back, which has been untouched, so you can see the contrast. There's that brown patina that's left on it. It's been come about over decades. So it's going to take a long time to clean up. As you can see in between, the background between the writing here and down the bottom is a bit hard to bring up, but you can certainly see the shine that's coming out of it now, which is a complete difference. So let's just recap what we've done then. So first of all, gone over with the composite pencil. It's just taking off that top layer of crud off of there and just getting it closer down towards that base metal. We'll then go on to the pink stuff using a brush, household brush, scooping out on there, going round and round, just keep going, completely saturating the whole item. You can be quite tough with it, you know, it's a strong piece of metal, really get into the gaps and the grooves as best possible. This one is really quite challenging because of all of those details around the leaf, the background, the foregrounds, it's completely different levels, so it's quite hard. So you want to be quite rough with the brush, get in there, and every now and then just take that cleaning solution off of there with the microfiber cleaning towel, get it back to a normal state, see where you need to improve on. If need be, revert back to the composite cleaning pencil, go over those areas that might be stubborn, and then come back on with the brush, more pink stuff, and go round. And you can see that's within probably 15 minutes in total, and you can spend as long as you like on there. Obviously, the more you want to spend, the better. And that's the final result. So I hope that's helpful. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them.